No fleet has sailed. Rome controls the Mediterranean. He's not attacking, he's making allies. At this very moment, he courts the Macedonians, the Greeks. Illyria will rise up against us, and the Adriatic will be lost once more.
Ridiculous! Epirus won't stand for it. Our legions have sole military access to their land. I believe the attack will come from Africa itself. He intends to crush...
This is nonsense! No fleet has sailed. Rome controls the Mediterranean. He's not attacking, he's making allies. At this very moment, he courts the Macedonians, the Greeks. Illyria will rise up against us, and the Adriatic will be lost once more.
Ridiculous! Epirus won't stand for it. Our legions have sole military access to their land. I believe the attack will come from Africa itself. He intends to crush...
This is nonsense! No fleet has sailed. Rome controls the Mediterranean. He's not attacking, he's making allies. At this very moment, he courts the Macedonians, the Greeks. Illyria will rise up against us, and the Adriatic will be lost once more.
Ridiculous! Epirus won't stand for it. Our legions have sole military access to their land. I believe the attack will come from Africa itself. He intends to crush...
This is nonsense! No fleet has sailed. Rome controls the Mediterranean. He's not attacking, he's making allies. At this very moment, he courts...
Hello, thank you very, very much. None of that applause is for me, obviously. It's for what you're about to see. We've got a brand new game announcement for you here, which is very, very exciting. And so without further ado, I'm going to give it over to Creative Assembly of the Total War series. Thank you very much.
Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to the Total War Developer Session. So, today it is our great pleasure to reveal to you the next game in the Total War series. Now, this is the follow-up to Rome 2. It's a standalone game, and of course, it's a fully featured Total War title with all of that entails. Without further ado, I'm going to pass you over to the man who is going to make your life a living hell.
Not me.
It's not him.
You built an empire beyond imagining. The pinnacle of human achievement and the envy of the world. Did you think it would last? The Eternal City. That glorious monument to power, culture, and learning. But the old wolf lies wounded by jackals, circled by vultures, worried to death by 1,000 tiny, vicious mouths brought low by your own arrogance. These are the death throes of Rome. The light of civilization dims and gathers. And you've such precious time left to hide your women, for your children to cry. Even at the moment of your final defeat, you will take no comfort in oblivion. For I am coming for you. I ride with 1,000,000 warriors! I bring the end of days! I am the Scourge of God! And I will watch your world burn.
So, Attila the Hun. This guy is the herald of the apocalypse. He is the one who knocks. So he is the big bad guy in the next Total War game in Total War Attila. Now, the game is set in 395 AD. And this is really the very dawn of the Dark Ages. It's a time of great upheaval in the world. It's a time when climate has been cooling right across Europe. It's a time when entire populations have been migrating away from those cooler climates, migrating away from famine, from disease, and from deprivation. And inserted into this darkening landscape, we've got the rising power of Scythia and the horsemen of the Huns. And Attila himself, who will rise to lead 1,000,000 horsemen and sweep westward in a stunning assault, aiming his armies at the heart of the Western Roman Empire. So what we're going to do is take a look at some campaign gameplay first. So if we could switch over, please. Now, everything you're about to see is pre-alpha. We're not releasing until next year, so everything here is work in progress. But what you're seeing here is the overview map for the campaign map in Attila. Now, we're playing as the Western Roman Empire here. Now, at this point, the Roman Empire has become so big and bloated that it's become unmanageable from a single administrational center, so it's split into two. And these are two playable factions, the Eastern Roman Empire and the Western Roman Empire. Now, we're playing as the Western Roman Empire, and this is a big challenge. It's what we're calling Total War's first legendary start position, because playing as the Western Roman Empire, you've got a Saxon invasion, like just a few turns into the game, going on in England here. We've got hordes of barbarians pouring southwards to escape this cooling climate, attacking us there. In the south, we've had a series of war declarations in North Africa. We are absolutely surrounded. We're being hounded on all sides. And our only real friends here is an alliance with the Eastern Roman Empire. So this is kind of a case of survival strategy. You have to figure out almost what you can afford to lose before you can fight from a position of strength. So just taking a look at some of the overlays on the map here, there's a lot of ways we can see snapshots of the health of our empire. So we can check the religious disposition across our territories, for example, very important to this period. We can check sanitation. Again, a real key feature here, and we'll come on to sanitation and why that's so important in the game. And we've also got this fantastic new geographic overlay as well, which gives us a very clear overview of the actual territories on the campaign map themselves. So we can judge great choke points to control on the map, or see just how far threats are from our sense of population or our armies. So what we're going to do is jump down to the campaign map now and have a look at some of the features of the campaign map. So we've jumped down to Londinium here. Now, we've made a number of important changes, improvements and upgrades and optimizations to the graphics in the campaign map for Attila. The first of which is very simple. We've relaxed the rules on camera zoom. So now what we can do is zoom right out to this sky eye view, and you can really get a sense of location in the world. You can really see where you are. You can reference your own geography in your head for what the countries are you're kind of flying over. It gives you a greater sense of control over your campaign as well. So now we're going to do a little flyby here of the boundaries of the Western Roman Empire. And as we do, I'll point out some of the other changes. So we've really worked hard on the normal maps across the campaign map here. And what this gives us, what this lets us do is aim and hit a much higher level of texture fidelity. So you can really see that on the map here. You can see the details are really popping, compared to previous games. We've also worked on creating a whole body of new types of vegetation across the map to really differentiate the different climate regions on the map. And also, as you can see, in the sky is much clearer here down in Africa. We've got a ton of new lighting volumes across the map as well, which give us the ability to really define the areas of the world by their climate and give you a real sense of location, a sense of place. As we go over to sort of southern Spain here, you can see our sea shaders improved as well. We've got a nice, real twinkly wave caps, and it's a much more realistic looking sea compared to what we've been able to achieve before. And as we track back up through Europe to the southern point of England, again, you can see the sky thickening, you can see the clouds rolling in, and you can get this sense of a much rainier, much wetter environment. Again, reiterating that sense of location in the world. So we'll take a quick look at faction management now. So the eagle-eyed among you may notice that we've reinstituted the family tree for Total War Attila. Hey, thank you. It's important to note this isn't just a visual change as well. This isn't just a representation. This is a way of involving the characters in your family and the other important characters who appear in your campaign over time and really getting them to interact with the different game systems. So, we can further the political careers of our characters here. We can do away with them if they're not working on our behalf. But one really important thing is assigning roles. So we're going to take one of the important characters here and assign him the governorship of Britannia Superior here. Now, as a governor, we've placed him in a regional seat there in the province of Britannia Superior. Now, he's going to take all the skills he's built up over his political career, and he's going to apply those, in a buff-like way to the province he's the governor of. He's also going to appear in the battle map. If you're defending that city and your garrison force is led by a general, he's going to be your general. So all the skills he's got as a warrior will also be useful in that as well. So, this is a really, really kind of important new change for Total War. So we can also issue edicts now he's in place. Instead of the